Here at the 6-0 Strength All Colorado Awards ceremony here with Jonathan Van Diest, class 2017 prospect. Jonathan, first off, we got to ask you about the cast here, the injury. I know you had successful surgery. I talked to your dad. Explain the injury and kind of the recovery here.
Well, it was the fourth play of our first defensive series, and I was just going for a strip/tackle, and then my left arm wraps around and just get hit by a helmet and just breaks my radius.
Obviously disappointing for that to happen in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And you guys had a pretty successful season, obviously didn't reach the ultimate goal. How did you feel about your junior season overall?
I felt like as a team we played pretty good. We've definitely had to overcome a lot of obstacles, which once you do, that's like, it feels great. We fell a little shorter than we wanted to, but it was pretty good year.
What's the recovery time with your injury, and when can you get back kind of working and get ready for that senior season?
I have 1 more week till I can start like actually working out, not my arm, but just like in general, and then 7 weeks till I get this cast off completely. So yeah.
Anything specifically that you want to improve on as a player this offseason?
Lateral movement, and just being healthy this season. Lateral movement, being healthy. Just trying to work, slowly improve everything in my game.
You were kind of used in a variety of roles as the season wore on last year, right? Was that good for you to kind of get your feet wet a little bit in different roles?
That was awesome. It's definitely my favorite part. My favorite season because I could play a little bit of middle linebacker, blitzing, some outside, just rushing the outside, dropping into covers a little bit, and then obviously playing defensive end. So I got to play a lot, and it was fun.
A lot of early interest from CU, obviously. What else is going on with recruiting at this early stage?
Well, I think you guys know I have CU and CSU offers. I have talked to Duke, Vanderbilt, Utah, Indiana, and I think that's it. Yeah.
What is kind of your plan of attack with recruiting going forward?
As of now, just see what happens. I think after Christmas break, once we get back to school, see what we want to do with visits. I haven't really thought about that much, so I got time too.
Obviously, you've had that offer from CU for a while now. What do you continue to hear from their coaching staff, and what are kind of your impressions of their?
I met with Coach Hagan today, actually. Okay. He stopped by and talked to me and Dante, and just like showing interest. Really wanted me to know that I'm wanted there. We talked about Macari and all that stuff because he played there. It was just cool, just talking. But they just show a lot of interest and constantly get DM'd by them and just ask how I'm doing. So yeah.
What are kind of your overall impressions of their program, given the fact that you've been up there quite a few times?
Their defense, I've heard, is playing a lot better under Coach Levitt. I love that coach. He's awesome. And they're just getting better. I hope they get better. As next year, it's another close season again. But I really love the facilities and just Boulder's Boulder. You can't get any better than that.
What about CSU? I know you've been up there as well. What are kind of your overall thoughts about them?
CSU, I love CSU, just Fort Collins in general. And I think for me, when it comes to like why I love both those schools a lot, is because of the location. And they're both like places where I could find myself living. And just I know under Bobo, they're doing really well this year, and Marty English is a great coach.
What are you looking for specifically in a college? What's going to help you make that decision down the road?
Well, I don't know like in order, but I know it has to do with like academics, location, and sports. Those are my top 3 when it comes to deciding, I think.
Do you know what you want to study in college?
Not necessarily, but as of now, I think I'm leaning towards business and communication.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know when you went up to CU's camp this summer, they worked you a little bit at linebacker. Mm-hmm. Is it kind of mixed in terms of early interest for position? College has been pretty kind of vague in terms of how they.
It's been at linebacker, and that's been vague, like middle or outside, but it's been mostly linebacker.
You're not short by any means, but your dad's a pretty tall guy. Are you still hoping to kind of maybe hit a growth spurt and potentially be a defensive end? Or?
We'll see if that growth spurt's an inch. I'll be cool with that. We'll see. I don't know. I could play as of now, I think, at that position, but we'll see.
But you've kind of embraced a little bit of the linebacker mentality over the course of time, over the last year or so?
Yeah, I think I have. It's a lot different than defensive end. Definitely interesting having your eyes up and just like, freely moving around, not like exploding right off the bat like every play as a DN would. But it's been awesome and fun. I love trying to like work myself to be versatile.
With Dante coming back, Santino, yourself, you've got a lot of pieces coming back for Cherry Creek.
Yeah.
I would imagine you guys are pretty optimistic about next year.
We're pretty optimistic, and you always have guys that just come out of nowhere that help the team. Like we had Reed Weber last year, our safety, who just came out of nowhere and played really well. So I'm hopeful. We'll see what happens.
All right. Thanks, Jonathan. Appreciate it, and congrats.